5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb.
Get some confidence.
Finger in her thumb.
Pocket, the shape of an L.
Finger in her thumb.
Whatever, and on her forehead. And the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
That's
All right,
true.
That's all I got.
Woo! What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades. And today we got special guests just popping in for a couple episodes because, Blades is in Vegas hanging out with her dad for his birthday.
Happy birthday, Double H.
Big boss Boze in the house.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Ricky.
Hello
What's
there.
good?
That's probably the word. Has anyone ever done that on the show? Hi, Tim. Hi, Ricky.
Never.
No.
You're the first. And you probably want to move that mic closer to you.
Oh, sorry. When I was coming, Tim was like, okay, make sure you bring extra like outfits in case we don't like your clothes or whatever. And I don't know why, but I brought extra underwear. Like I
Did
thought
you?
about that on the way.
First of all, to clarify, I said bring an extra outfit because we change in between episodes. I would never outfit shame you, Boze. But
you might.
But I would definitely panty shame you. Yeah,
Dude,
because I seen them things poking out the back. And
Are you serious? I was dead ass thinking about that. I was like, why did I bring extra underwear? Like, I don't know. I guess it's
just in case you get super excited during this episode and you cream your little crazy
God.
panties.
I was thinking like if I peed on myself or something, Tim.
Pee or cream or whatever. You know what's funny? Speaking of like cream and just words that make people like do that. I'm working on a brand deal currently with this company. This is a fried chicken company that won't be named until I drop the ad and get paid. But I was describing their sandwich, and in like just a little quick little like my stories. And no, it's a reel. And I was like, yeah, the chicken is moist and something. Apparently, I said moist like 3 times, and they followed up with, "Hey, can you please can maybe take down the number of times you say moist?"
Hilarious. Wait, are people still pretending to be freaked out by the word moist?
Dude, the word makes some people uncomfortable. I have one similar. I don't like words that describe food. I hate the word CRISP.
Crisp.
Stop. You don't feel anything? There's no word that you guys just don't like. Everyone has a word that they don't like to hear.
There's certain people I don't like to hear say certain things, but I don't have a word specifically where I'm like.
Do you have a favorite word? I also have a favorite word.
I would say, you mean like not a cuss word?
Yeah, like you.
Juice.
Juice.
That word sounds nice. Juice sounds nice. I like pavilion.
Pavilion is a great word.
Sounds nice, right? Come on, you got.
Well, first thing that came to my mind is that scene in Step Brothers where they can't pronounce Pam and they keep going Palm, Palm. That's just kind of it's not pleasing.
Yeah, so you get all the comments right now are people lighting up with like words they hate or words they
Oh,
like.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, see what I mean? Like, there's words that sound nice and then some that just don't.
Crisp.
Like.
Crisp doesn't. Here, put the headphones on and hear me say crisp.
No, that sounds.
What about crispy?
That's not that bad.
Okay.
Okay, what about Crips?
I like that.
Okay, cool.
Well, no, I don't. Wait, hold on. I don't know. I'm not taking any
Oh
licenses.
damn! Oh wow!
Wait. Cut that.
Okay, but you don't mind moist.
No, not really.
There's a lot of people that just hate moist. I never understood it.
Yeah. A lot of people were faking. Some people came out and was like, "Oh my god, the word moist is," and the people were like, "Yeah, I cringe when people say that." But they don't care.
I think it was a bigger deal than it needed to be. I'm with you on that, Ricky.
Yeah, definitely.
But cream.
I don't like that either.
How about this? How about your panties are nice and crisp?
Maybe yours,
Due to the
brother.
dry cream. No.
Maybe y'all's. Actually, I'm not gonna include Ricky in that. That's just you.
Yeah, crispy panties, man. Okay, so yeah,
Mine stay moist.
Tim and his crispy panties.
my panties stay palm, man. but okay, so you bought 2 pairs of panties just cause.
I don't know why. I think it was just like at the back of my head. I was like, all right, time to pack it up. Whatever.
I got you. I mean, you stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
What y'all been doing? We haven't caught up in a minute.
I mean, this is before we get to us, what have you been doing?
Oh man, just working, internet stuff, YouTube stuff. I just started my YouTube channel. It's pretty fun.
Started? You never had one before?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No. I've never had one before. But, well, I mean, I didn't post on it or anything, but I just started posting a lot. It's fun as shit. Y'all probably burnt out on it now.
I am, for sure.
Yeah, y'all burnt out. I'm young, fresh, hot, ready. I'm like, hit me in. I've been posting like a lot for the past 2 months, and it's been super, super fun.
What's your content looking like?
I mostly do true crime, but I also just love to do like human behavior stuff. So I look at like Karens, I look at like gaslighting. I like to like expose like manipulative behaviors.
I see.
So basically, I get to like sit there and watch people and talk mad shit because they're being assholes.
Oh man, commentary
Under
YouTube
the
is
guise of teaching.
yeah. This is kind of educational.
I think some of it can be because most of the content that I do is focused on true crime, and I tell stories of people that are highly traumatized that committed violent acts because they had unresolved trauma. So I try to tell stories where people might see something in themselves and stop it before it happens. A lot of violent acts are from internalized repressed trauma that society told you to just get over, and you don't just get over it. You know what happens when somebody pushes that button and that old pain flares up again.
Right.
So I try to tell the stories of the victims and how it affected them, because after people think that, sorry, I'm talking about crime shit.
No, do it.
People think that like when something's happening and they hate someone, whether it be their wife or their brother or their friend or something like that, and they're constantly thinking about this person because their world is so small, they think if I kill this person or if I do this, then the pain will go away. But in true crime, I found that's just the beginning, because now you're in a courtroom, your entire family's disappointed in you. You find out about victims that you didn't know existed, that you ruined their life because you took their father. You're now sitting in a jail cell. You're here for the next 30 years. You're getting your ass beat in prison, all this shit. So it's just, I try to tell these stories so that people don't end up like them.
Yeah, stop murdering.
Stop murdering now.
Stop.
If you're watching the No Chaser podcast and you're about to murder
with the knife.
How do you feel about that? You guys have millions of views. You guys have had a viewer that has definitely committed a murder before. How do you feel about that?
So I think about this all the time.
Don't kill,
not
don't
that
do it.
specifically, right? But after watching Dexter for the third time, right? I was like, yo, how many murderers have I walked by?
Right.
How many hands have I shaken or
Yeah.
shooketh that have murdered people? Like, that's a thing. And then I'd be walking past a car and someone would just be sitting in it. And I'm like, damn, if I wasn't paying attention, that motherfucker could have just killed me.
Yeah.
See,
And then I get
funny.
past it, I was like, damn, I could have just killed him. He wasn't even paying attention.
You could've done it.
I'm constantly, I'm not always thinking about murderers, but I am always thinking like
Murdering?
getting murdered.
Oh, man.
Right? Tim, it is scary how often it happens and how fast it happens.
Dude.
Most of the stories I tell are people that were just going about their day doing something, leaving a party, a home intruder, their husband snaps one day, like drug withdrawal. Drug withdrawal is a huge one. Custody is a huge one.
Really?
Like, yeah. And it just happens like that. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I think it's definitely important. We talk about it a lot where it's you gotta express how you're feeling, man, because the more you bury that shit, the more it bubbles, and then even in the smallest ways in your personal life, it'll fucking present itself, or it'll show its head when you least expect it, and people are like, and people will have no idea why.
Yes, and then there's so many people that like, okay, when y'all were growing up, did your parents actually teach you how to deal with negative emotions?
Of course not.
No, is it?
For parenting, the focus is on trying to prevent you having negative emotions, and they think they do a good job at that.
Yeah.
But it's inevitable. So
Yes.
nobody really teaches you when you feel like this.
Yeah,
You know?
I think old school parents, especially. I mean, I don't want to say just Asian parents, but like, I think a lot of it is when you piss your kid off, when you make your kid sad. It's never like, how do you feel? It's always like, my dad would like. I mean, I love my parents. My dad would put on cartoons if I was sad, and I would just come out and forget about whatever I was sad about.
Just push it down.
Yes, and my mom would
push
just
it down.
cook something that I loved, and that was it. I'd be like, okay, this is my mom saying I'm sorry, I was wrong, but we never actually talked about it.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's so crazy how accountability goes a long way. Like, it's really corny, but like, damn. But yeah, like, I realized this. Like, I think, oh God, I don't want to get all corny and stuff on y'all.
Get corny, girl.
No, I'm real passionate about this stuff, bro. But yeah, like, our parents, they did their best. Their main responsibility was keep them alive. Is the kid alive? Okay, great. We're doing good. But like, yeah, there's got to be something that teaches us how to celebrate our joy, how to expel our anger, how to, you know, do something about our jealousy. That's a real emotion too. And we have all these negative things and we are not taught how to deal with them. Some people are, but then later in life, what ends up happening is we have to go to natural forms to deal with it. So some are disassociation, where people disassociate from the feelings and the emotions. It's the most primitive form of like emotional human survival. It's the human equivalent of playing dead. It's just you don't feel it, you know?
Right. It's because it's easier just to not deal with it and pretend like you're okay. Yeah.
Another one, like internalization, which is just pushing it down. Disassociation is disconnecting from the feeling. It can be kind of tingly. You can feel it in your body. But internalization is, I don't care. And the thought pops up and you're like, no, I don't care. I'm not supposed to care. None of that shit works. Yeah. And then we as adults carry those tendencies into our 20s and 30s, you know, and it's just not going to work. Like, you might have a tool that gets you through life for 15 years, but eventually you got to switch that tool out for something new. And we don't talk about that.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen for a lot of people. I also think about this a lot. But in terms of like my personal treatment and the way I've dealt with women throughout the years. Because when you're a kid, they teach you respect women. At the most direction you get, never hit a girl or shit like that, right? But nobody tells you what it actually means to respect women. Or something like that. So when you get older and you get into a situation where a woman's disrespecting you, you don't really know what to do in that point. It's like, I'm supposed to respect, but she's disrespecting me. And what exactly is respect, right? And there's definitely shit where you get a little older and you're like, that was wrong what I did back then. But nobody said anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit you're never taught, because parents don't think their kid is going to be a dick, you know what I'm saying? A shithead.
Right.
So they don't prep you for certain things.
They don't tell you
like
exactly
a baby's born, you're
what
looking at him
to
like,
do.
yeah, he's gonna be a dick.
He's gonna be a dick. Let me make sure I tell him not to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And then people like me and Tim, I consider us lucky because we both do a lot of like checking ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We've grown. There's shit that we probably used to do that we would never do now. But then I see a lot of other people who do the same exact shit that they've been doing because nobody told them it was wrong.
Man, you know what? And that's crazy that you bring that up, because in terms of they just tell you to respect women, right? Yeah. That totally reminded me of your parents, because your parents would just tell you respect your elders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when
and when your elders treat you like shit, you just kind of
feel like I'm supposed to just take this.
Yes.
Right.
Ooh, and then what does that teach you as an adult when somebody treats you badly? I'm supposed to just take this.
Unless they're younger than you.
And then you give it to them.
Yeah, you talk shit to them, even if they're right. Don't say nothing to me. I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then,
like, it's just a fucking change.
Like, it's just all fucked up. Like, I get it. Like, I'm glad. I love my mom to death. She's great mom. It's just like, I'm like, damn, where could I have gotten these skills? Where can people get them now?
You know what I get from my dad, and after years of just how my parents process their emotions, is I'm a big passive aggressive joker when I'm upset about something. Just like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't mean to do it like that, but just that. So where it's like, are you mad or are you playing around right now? It's just, well, obviously I'm feeling some type of way if I keep saying it to you. So it's like,
I'm not mad. Obvious. I feel like you should get it by now.
Right, especially, and that's the thing. It's what I needed to realize was it's not obvious that I'm mad, because I'm not telling you that I'm mad. I'm making jokes about it, and
but also, is that because all right,
get into it.
Is it because you haven't developed the ability to communicate that you're mad and it being okay?
It took me, you know what, not gonna lie, I feel like it's something I kind of developed in my, like, while I was married, you know what I'm saying, like that late in my life.
She beat it out of you, huh?
Well, because I just never really, I've only had like two real relationships, you know what I'm saying? And me and Chia is of course the only one that worked out. And, for my other conflicts for my ex, I felt like it was all just really like petty shit we were arguing about, So now that I'm in a real ass mature relationship, and for the first time I have to figure out how to maturely express myself. This is the first time where she's like, hey, I don't know that you're mad when you do that. Yeah. It might seem obvious to me because, of course, I'm feeling that and I'm making these little under my breath jokes or whatever. But, of course, I'm a jokey ass person. Yeah. So she was the first one who I've had to sit down and actually be like, hey, when you did this, I felt this way, and I've never had to actually do that in my life. You know what I'm saying?
But did it feel good when you did it? And her
Of course.
response was
yeah, because of course the last thing she wants to do is hurt me or make me feel bad about something. But if I'm like, I had to realize, I'm like, okay, if I don't tell her how I feel, of course she doesn't know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, real quick. Doesn't it seem like the world is against us from getting a good night's sleep nowadays? You know, it's like, it's cold, and then it's hot, and then you got too many blankets on because it's cold, and then it's hot. You gotta kick it off. You gotta kick one leg out. You gotta put a leg on the wall to cool it down, and then the animals outside, they're barking, and then your wife is next to you snoring, and then the baby's crying, and it's just so much going on. But when you have a purple mattress, you can sleep cool and comfortably no matter what the world throws at you, okay? That's because only purple mattresses have the grid. Its unique ventilated design allows air to flow through to help you sleep cool, even when it feels like 1,000 degrees out. And the grid is amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips no matter how you sleep. I sleep on my side. I don't know about you guys. Unlike memory foam, which remembers everything, just like my ex-wife, the grid bounces back as you move and shift, so you never get that I'm stuck feeling you do with memory foam and my ex-wife. Please, here's the thing I want y'all to know, okay? It's lit because, I don't like the memory foam because, I need... Sometimes when it adapts to you too much and you just sunk in, I need a little bit of resistance, and the purple mattress has that perfect balance of like pushback and also come love me, and here's for you guys, you can try a purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns. Financing is also available. And I got a special treat for y'all. Right now, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. All you gotta do is go to purple.com/NoChaserGang10 and use promo code NoChaserGang10. That's purple.com/NoChaserGang10 and use promo code NoChaserGang10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. One more time, just so y'all remember. Purple.com/NoChaserGang10. Promo code NoChaserGang10. Terms apply. Just so you guys know, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with me now. Blue Chew! Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. I mean, who don't want that? Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. That's just great. Blue Chew tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of erectile dysfunction. And I know how it is, man. Sometimes you get a little older. You can't go as many rounds right after another like you used to could when you were younger. And sometimes, sometimes your thing just don't work like you expect it to. It happens to all of us, all right? Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And what's the best part? It's all done online. Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Blue Chew tablets are made in the US of A, and they prepare and ship direct to you, brother, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy, okay? So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform in the bedroom, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code TIM. I got y'all at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TIM to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Let's take this a step further.
I like this conversation.
So you get older, you start learning about communicating, expressing your feelings, saying how you feel, yada, 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 right? But then you have to learn how to accept what comes back from that shit. Because a lot of people think communicating is just saying what I feel and then the person fixing it.
Right. Or they have to accept
it. Shit like that. It was like, nah, you can say what you feel and that can make me mad.
Right.
That can make me more mad. That can
Right.
cause the opposite of what you think you're trying to do because what you feel don't make no fucking sense, right? Like, because there's people who feel a way about things that are not at all what they think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did X, Y, and Z. Chia feels disrespected by that. But it's like, man, should you?
Right.
Like, was that disrespectful, or is that just something you don't like? Because I didn't do anything to you. You know what I'm saying? I just did something you don't like. So now I'm disrespecting you? I don't accept that. And then when that happens, it's like, yo, what the fuck? I try to communicate, and he pushes back and is like, what do you do here? And it's crazy. Like, as an adult, there's still shit you have to learn all the time.
Yeah. Those are always those cases where you both just got to be like, I mean, you pray that you're both mature enough to be like, all right, look, I disagree.
Yeah.
But I understand you feel that way, and I'm going to try not to do this. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's where you just kind of figure each other out. But it's not easy.
Yeah, it's really not. And I mean, yeah, there's different levels to it, because sometimes it'll work out perfectly and it's like, I care about you, you care about me, let's resolve this. And then sometimes it's, oh, hell no. And then you have to, you know, I think agreeing to disagree is a skill too that a lot of people have to learn to acquire. Like, you know, especially with online, the minute that somebody has a different opinion, people tend to demonize you. But it's like, yo, if I have 5 different opinions and I'm talking to somebody and we both agree on 3, but we don't agree on 2, that's not the end of the world. I feel like that's very normal, you know? Yeah. I don't know anyone where we agree on all 5 things in a day-to-day basis. Right. So, like, how come when we don't agree on something, it's explosive? It's the end of the world, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that one gets tricky too, because there's some things it's like, I don't know if this is a thing we could just disagree about.
Right, like the toilet paper should always go over.
Yeah, like,
for
come
sure.
on, bro. That's not what we were talking about.
Whoa.
But then there's other things where people get really mad, and it's like, bro, that's just my opinion on what I like. Like people who like fucking well done steak.
It's your opinion on what you like. Change it. Change
Exactly.
it. Change it. For me, I don't know you, but change it.
Pretty fucking much.
And you know, shout out to my parents one more time. I do remember speaking when we were talking about how, like, you know, you don't really communicate with your parents the way you should be, right? But I think, and going on the subject of how things will bottle up and manifest, they always say there's that one time where every kind of like junior high going through puberty kid like blows up on your dad, or you have that I'm a man now argument with your dad. And I don't know about y'all, but I do remember, I think I talked about this already.
Wait, is the I'm a man now?
No, I mean, just
pretty
or
common?
if you had a I don't know how it works, because I've always
a grown ass woman.
Yeah, I've heard it happen with men specifically.
I didn't know that was the thing. Okay, no, tell me, then I want to know more about that.
Okay, I'm gonna breeze over my story, because I definitely already told this on an episode, because my dad told me the next day and was like, I remember that day, I can't believe you did that to me. But it was a day where my dad said something and I was just so frustrated, and I was like, I was fucking 12 years old, 13 years old. I was like, you know what, Dad? That was very disrespectful when you said that to me. I don't appreciate whatever you said. And then we went to the mall, and I walked ahead of him for like 20 minutes, and he was so hurt. Like, I think he damn near cried when we drove back home. And then after that episode aired, I think David was on it. My dad like texted me. He's like, can't believe you. I still can't believe you remember that. He said something. He's like, okay, but I love you. It's like, I love you too, Dad, right? But do women have that in their life, whether you boss up on your mom, or you one day you're just like,
I have something that happened when I was like probably like 10 or so too. My mom had pissed me off, and I had this pink suitcase. I remember it was a plastic pink suitcase, and I told her I was moving out. So
you were that little boy with the snacks.
I packed up my suitcase, and we had this side door with like a brick stoop, and I put a blanket out on the stoop, and I had my toys and shit, and I had moved out. And I don't remember anything after that. I stayed out there. I tried to stay out there as long as I could to show her that I didn't need her.
Hilarious.
2 hours later.
I was gonna say.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Did you ever like run away from home? Like,
for real? Like 2 or 3 times.
Really?
Absolutely.
And how long were you gone?
Bro, hold on. Did y'all ever run away?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? I kept running away. Okay, because I don't know if my mom's gonna feel weird about this. Anyways, my mom is a single mom, so I was there for like till I was like, I don't know, it was just me and her for like 12 years. And then she gets married, and I'm like, great, I don't have to take care of her anymore. He's going to take care of her. So I was like, time to go. So I ran away. I went to this like show that night. I remember it was a metal show. I didn't come back home. I was so stoked. The next morning, my mom calls me freaking out. I had to walk home. I come back. Then a few weeks later, I was like, I'm running away.
Oh my God. Is it running away or is he just going out for the night?
No, I was running away. I was trying to get the fuck out, dude. Yeah. Childhood was wild.
Did you pack things to go to the show?
Yes, I was gone.
You had your suitcase again?
No, I was like legit gone. But also my mom was really, really strict. I was not allowed to go to shows. I couldn't stay out the night anywhere. I like couldn't have like guy friends and stuff like that.
So normal night feels like running away for her.
Well, yeah, but like I didn't come back for like I was like a day and a half, right? So then the second time I'm like, I'm out this motherfucker for real.
Okay.
So I'm gone for 2 days, right?
Damn.
I'm out partying. I'm having fun. I'm at the mall. They put out an all boys bulletin for me at the mall.
What?
This motherfucker got an
Because I was a mall rat and they knew I was going to show up at the mall. So they had put out all these people. They had like told them like, oh, yo, she's missing, da da da. And this girl, I'm going to give her a new name, Maria. Maria is like, hey, Boze. I was like, hey, Maria. She was like 2 years older than me, upperclassman. She's like, there's a party tonight. And I was like, Maria's inviting me to a party. I was like, I need to get ready. So I go to the bathroom in the mall and I'm just like fucking
washing your armpits in the sink.
I was like a degenerate kid. I'm pretty sure I like stole some makeup from somewhere and I was just in the bathroom like, okay, I'm getting ready for this party.
Yeah.
And so Maria's like, all right, let's go. We get in the car. No, we're in the bus. We're in the city bus.
Okay.
We go back to her house and she's like, okay, we're just going to eat a little bit and the party's at 8. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm so ready to go to this party with Maria, dude.
She's popular or something?
She's a she was a pretty popular junior and I was a freshman and I was like, yes. And then she's like, okay, just a little bit more and the food's gonna be here. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then like her mom comes in and they ask me to come to the front door and it's my fucking mom and grandma
with guns.
Yeah, basically that's what it felt like, with chainsaws and guns. And I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing here? And they're like, it's time to come home, Boze.
Like
I
that?
realized
It's time to come home,
Maria
Boze.
fucking set me up.
Yeah, she was a snitch.
Bro, she set me up. She
That's
lied
tight.
to me. And then I feel like she made fun of me to everyone. She's like, I caught this little freshman that ran away from home and sent her back to her parents.
Hilarious.
Bruh, I would have loved to have done that.
Dude.
I would have felt so fucking cool. But then I probably would have been like trying to become a detective and shit after that.
My only memory, because like y'all know when like you get like freaked out by something, you kind of just forget shit. But I do remember like walking away with my mom and grandma and like looking back and Maria's just in the doorway and I'm like, you fucking bitch.
Too funny.
Is there even a party?
Give me the address at least.
I'll sneak out again. Shit.
Oh my God, that's
Okay,
so funny.
well, what's the worst thing that y'all ever did as kids?
Well,
and
no.
I know your dad watches the show. Come on, give me something good.
Well, no. Well, let me tell you about this because your story reminded me of in high school because my parents were so chill, right? Opposite of your parents, I was allowed to have guy friends, and I was allowed to have girlfriends, and people would just come and hang out in my room. Like I remember specifically, senior year, it was a bunch of like the 5 Asians that were at Paramount. We all got drunk and kicked it in my room one night. You know what I'm saying? And I remember us just drinking, playing Truth or Dare, whatever. Fucking making out, taking pictures, like, you know, high school shit, right?
Yeah.
But I remember one of the girls, we all passed out on my bed, and then one of the girls, her parents kept blowing her up to see where she was at, and she'd wake up, look at the phone, ignore, put the phone down. I remember thinking like, man, that's crazy because your parents are so worried, right? But then now, especially as a father of a little girl, I'm like, oh my God, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
telling her, say, hey, if you don't pick up my car, I'll sock you. Yeah, I will.
Oh.
She's a baby.
Funny, yeah, I know, right? If you don't respond to my cuckoo caca, but specifically, real quick about that night, I remember, you know, because you know me, Rick, I would get drunk and I just black out sometimes. I don't remember shit, right? And this apparently has been happening since high school because the next day, went to class, whatever, and then I was reading the homie's Zanga.
Okay.
Blog.
Back in the day.
Yeah, and he was writing about how crazy last night and funny last night was. He was like, we're all drinking in Tim's room. And then and then we can't find Tim. We're like, where did Tim go? He's like, so we go to the bathroom, knocking on the door, it's locked. We figured Tim was in there. We took a screwdriver, unscrewed the doorknob off, and Tim's in there naked, asleep. And I read this, I was like, what? I'm in computer class on his angle, like, what?
And they're like, did that even happen?
Why did nobody tell me about this? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was I wasn't a bad kid, Bo.
You weren't?
No.
Not at all.
The most I did was probably like that. Just have people over, end up naked. Like we used to, at the homie's house, we would naked slip inside because it was funny at the parties. I never did anything, especially nothing that my dad didn't know about. Like I totaled a car one time, and then he came and like he took the rap for me. Like I remember I was texting this girl. I was going to meet some girl, and we had just leased this Corolla, and I was 15. I had a little permit, so he was like, "I was there. I'm gonna take the car, go hang out with some people." He was like, "Yeah, all right, cool." And I was texting and driving
At 15,
like an idiot, and there was a little part of this road where it kind of skews left, and the street changes, and there was a big rig parked there, and my dumb ass was texting, not paying attention, low-key driving kind of fast too, and I looked up right when the street had changed and there was a big rig right there. I said, "Oh shit," did one of these, and the big rig like crushed this side of the car.
No.
I was fine though, right? So I texted my dad. No, I called my dad. I'm like, "Dad," this was like 2 blocks from my house, right? I was like, "Dad, I did something bad." He was like, "Well, what happened?" I'm like, "I got into an accident." And since I didn't have like a license technically yet, my dad came and pretended like he was the one that drove the car. He put we picked some little broken pieces of glass, put it in his hair.
that man is a ride or die.
Yo.
Don't you ever walk in front of him at the mall again.
I know, right? The police came. They were like, "Sir, do you need to go to a hospital?" And I was like, "I think I'm okay."
Do it like this. I'm good. I'm good.
This was his. Oh, it was glass. I think I'll be all right.
That's from the crash, I think.
I'm just imagining your dad walking up and he's like,
Yeah.
Rip his shirt.
okay, so that's a good one.
Now let me tell you something. With this little baby getting more and more active every day, my little beautiful Veda, she is getting so aware of her surroundings, and she just wants to crawl all over the place. And sometimes me and Chia don't have time to just be cooking every night, okay? Who even does that anymore? That's why I thank the food gods for DoorDash, all right? DoorDash gives you what you want to eat right now and right to your door, and all you got to do is search and click on a picture, and there you go. Bam. Whatever you're in the mood for, you got it right then and there. Along with restaurants you love, you can now get groceries and other essential items delivered with DoorDash. Get drinks, snacks, and other household items in under an hour. Craving late night ice cream? Forget that one key ingredient for dinner, or maybe you just need to stock up for the week. With DoorDash, get everything in one app, okay? With over 300,000 partners, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, and Cheesecake Factory, okay? Ordering is easy, and items will be left outside your door when you choose contactless delivery drop-off. I love it. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Drop the food off, and I give you a little tip, and we never have to meet each other ever. It's lit. Now, for a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code NOCHASER. That's 25% off up to $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code NOCHASER. Don't forget, one more time, that's code NOCHASER for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply. Hey, you guys, look at my nuts. Look at these nuts. I found an incredible website you have to check out, nuts.com. It's the best kept secret of savvy snackers across the country. And let me tell you, your boy is a snacker. But not only do they have peanuts and all types of nuts, they got all types of treats. Right here, I got me some chocolate covered gummy bears, and that's my shit, alright? I like a little sweet, I like a little salty, and nuts.com got it all. I like the salty nuts, I like the sweet nuts, I like all the nuts, alright? They got these dried mangoes which are fire, they got baking mixes, pasta, and more. Nuts.com is the simple and convenient way to have nutritious, delicious, healthy nuts, dried fruit, flowers, grains, and so many other high-quality foods delivered straight to your door. Over 4,000 products to choose from. Wow, that's crazy. Delicious, healthy, kid-friendly snacks like dried strawberries and custom trail mix. plus all the raw, organic, roasted, salted, and candied nuts you can imagine. All the nuts you could ever want. Easy to navigate website with great photos of the nuts. A family-run business that takes pride in getting you the freshest. Nuts.com is the one-stop online pantry shop where you can get all types of things, even gluten-free and vegan options, okay? Delivery is fast and most orders ship the same day. Fresher products than the supermarket. Wow. And I got a special treat for all you nut lovers out there. Nuts.com customers get free shipping on your first order when you text CHASER to 64,000. So text CHASER to 64,000 to get free shipping on your first order from nuts.com, okay? That's CHASER to 64,000. Terms apply. Available at nuts.com/terms.
Y'all ever had a time that your parents covered for you?
Nah, I mean, I never did. The worst shit I did was like get bad grades. Because though, but this proves my theory. I didn't have strict ass parents. Only people I knew, well, not the only people I knew, but the people I knew who had the strict parents who couldn't do shit, whenever they could get outside, they was doing something terrible. Just because they were so cooped up in the house. Yes. A lot of them ended up in jail and shit, and they had the strictest, most religious, don't do this, don't do that ass parents I know. I had no curfew ever. No real restrictions. Just be careful. That's all I was told. And I ain't do shit.
I ain't do no bad shit.
Bad grades was the worst shit.
I went to 4 different high schools, Ricky.
Wow. You kept getting kicked out like that?
Yeah.
Wow. For what?
I was sad. Okay, Tim. I was sad. I was fighting and shit. I was fighting. Wait, did I ever? I don't know if I've told y'all some stories before. I remember I told y'all when I dated that Civil War guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
Crazy shit. Did I ever tell y'all when I got? Okay, so in my fighting phase, God damn it, I used to get in a lot of fights when I was younger.
Were you the only black?
Huh?
Were you the only black?
Yes, I was in Southern Virginia.
That's why.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just I don't know. But one time, so this is a racial thing. One time, I was fighting with this girl on MySpace. We're fighting on MySpace. Let me give her a new name.
Maria.
You know what, dude? Fuck it. I'm gonna say her name because we're cool now. Her name's Louisa. Okay. So Louisa and I are fighting on MySpace, and I don't even know what we're fighting about. We don't even know each other. We're
all
just
types of HTML.
Yeah, we just talking mad shit, right? And then of course, we're 14. Yeah, when I see you, I'm beating your ass. You know, and so I'm at the mall and I'm in the arcade, right? And like, dude, I said her name, but like, no fault now. She, we're in the arcade. We're looking at each other like, yeah, whatever. And then I leave, and then Louisa says, "That's what I thought." N-word.
Oh.
And so I turn around with the quickness, and I'm ready for this, right? I turn around and I hit her, and I think I hit her once, and then I just forget everything after that because suddenly I'm on the floor.
What?
And I'm on the floor. I'm in complete submission.
You're a tiny person.
I've been in fights before. I hadn't lost a fight before. It was like 2. And so this was like breaking news to me.
Yeah.
Big Lou.
Yeah, Big Lou. And not only that, but when I regained consciousness and I have a vision of her on top of me, Louisa had taken this like plastic or metal bracelet bangle, like one of the thick ones, and flipped it over her fist. And she was hitting me with the fucking bracelet.
Yo.
And she cut my face up. She fucked my shit up. And then the security guards had to come and get us. They pull us off, and Louisa's just like, ah! And I'm like,
wow.
And I still remember this. Like, I was like bleeding all over my face because the bracelet had cut me up.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, looks like she got you good. And like me trying to be tough, I remember this. I was like, yeah, she popped my pimple. That's what I said. I don't know. Like, I had probably been hit in the head so many times, and I was like, yeah, she ain't cut me. She just hit a little zit.
That's you trying to be tough. Nah. She just popped the pimple, dog.
Dude. Yeah, all of my fighting stories are like insane. And then I had one where like the third school that I went to, they were like, okay, just don't get in any trouble and you can stay here. Okay? Like just be creative and get good, even a C. They were like, even a C, it's fine. Just be cool. And I was like, great. So I'm in this really awesome school. It's like a far away one. All the kids are all nice and except this one bitch. This one girl. So we end up.
What's her name?
It's so funny. She's a TikToker now, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like a pretty big TikToker. She's like super hot too. But we had some beef or something like that. It was fighting over some dudes. And then one day I find out that she'd been talking mad shit. And so I had taken my extensions out that day. And I was walking around looking for her. Yeah. And they texted her. She was skipping school, and they were like, "What's her name? Lauren." They texted her, and they were like, "Yo, Lauren, Boze is looking for you." Damn. And she took her extensions out.
Oh, damn!
It was so stupid. And so then I don't know why I'm telling this story.
Extensions on the floor before the fight. You know.
Well, here's the fucked up shit, Tim. This is what pissed me off. So the next day, I had calmed down at this point. I don't want to fight nobody. Like, I'm chilling. And so the same thing with that communication. I approached this girl. I was probably 15 at the time. And I'm like, Lauren, the stuff you said when we're like supposed to be really good friends is like so behind my back. Like, this is really fucked up. I was like, how could you say that? Yeah. And I kind of like spilled my heart out to her, like in the middle of B house. And I was trying to resolve things genuinely. And she just turned around. And I was like, hello? And then she turned around and she looks at me and she's like, okay, Boze, I'm sorry. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Oh, what a bitch.
Oh, yeah. So I literally decked the fuck out of her. And then that one was definitely in my favor.
You popped her pimples this time.
Yeah, pretty much. That one was in my favor. But like, and also I'm 15. These are not like, I'm a badass bitch or anything. These are like silly high school fights. Yeah. But what ends up happening was I got kicked out because they were going to charge me for assault because it was caught on camera and she never hit me back.
Damn.
And then her extensions, I pulled out her extensions and they were on the floor. And then people saw the extensions, and because I'm black, everyone thought that they were my extensions. And so I got expelled, and she went back to school the next day and told everyone, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. She told everyone that she didn't get suspended because she won the fight.
Because there were extensions on the ground and people thought they were yours?
She said that they were my extensions.
What?
And you know how people in high school believe stupid shit? She said, I didn't get suspended because I won the fight. As though it was some kind of gauntlet and I had to leave
The principal was like, well, you are the winner. To the victor goes the spoils.
My mom and I are sitting there signing out the expulsion forms, and my mom's like, you weak bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so...
Principal's like, well, I mean, judging by the extensions on the ground, obviously, you gotta go.
So everybody for the rest of the time is like trying to make sure they lose a fight so they can get kicked out or some shit like that.
Okay, I got another one. Kids in high school and middle school, they would just believe some dumb shit, all right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember,
Sierra's
like...
a man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one. Or people said that, like, Marilyn Manson removed ribs so that he could, like, suck his dick. Yeah. We all heard those, right?
Yeah, no.
But that reminds me how dumb we were as kids. Did y'all have any, like, rumors?
I got one specifically that pops up. It's the stupidest shit. This was in drama class, right? There was a girl named Brittany. Mm-hmm. And we were all sharing our limited sexual stories, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember they made fun of me because... They laughed at me because my dumb ass, you know, I was like, I think I was 16 or 16 at the time, and I had been with my a girl when I was 15, and we used to just use this little like massager like on her, right? So I said the thing, I was like, yeah, you know, or like when you're with a girl, and instead of saying toys, I was like, and you use like tools. Everybody said tools. What the fuck?
That's hilarious.
you use like a screwdriver on this girl. But anyways, so we're telling these fucking little stories, right? This girl Brittany was like, all I know is I know my man's. This is how I know my man's cheating on me. When I make him get in the tub and I jag him off, and if it floats to the top, then I know he's cheating. And everyone's like, really? She's like, yep, that's how it works. And I was like, what is she talking about? This makes no sense. None. Right? So then I'm like, what the fuck does floating jizz have to do with that?
You imagine your man's cheating and you come home and she's like, get in the tub.
Yeah, I'm like, this girl is stupid, right? Yeah. And then I saw where she got it from and what she was saying wrong. On Comic View, there was a comedian that said she makes her boyfriend get in the tub, and if his balls float to the top, she knows he's been cheating because they're empty. Yeah. I'm like, oh, what an idiot. Trying to sound like first of all, trying to be funny, and second of all, sounding like she knows what she's talking about. Like, it didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I remember just looking at me like, this is so stupid.
Dude,
she probably believed it.
Yes, that's why. It was like, are you dumb?
My favorite was how confidently she probably said it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yep,
Yes.
that's how it works.
Ugh, she wasn't even cute.
That's how it. Imagine
She
you
ain't got
come
no man.
home and she tells you to get in the tub and you just sitting there like, oh, she's just jerking you off. Like, Jesus
So
fucking
stupid.
Christ.
And in high school, your boyfriend ain't coming to your house getting in no goddamn tub.
It was all so stupid. Do you remember when we all thought that Mountain Dew killed your sperm?
Oh god.
There's so many of these.
I'm not sure I believe that though, because I drank a lot of Code Red. A lot of Code Red.
No, it was no, because they used to say not like, and people that wanted to get scientific with it, like, nah, you know that Mountain Dew kills your sperm. Like, look, see that yellow 5? That yellow 5 is what kills your sperm. But it's just the food coloring.
This ingredient right here. This one, dude. I remember when I was in elementary school. This one's kind of fucked up. When I was in elementary school, there was this girl, and her name. They called her $5 Kim, and they said that Kim
Suck dick for $5.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't know if I believe that. We were in elementary school.
Oh, elementary probably not.
Elementary school, but like, how fucked up is that shit?
That's
Like,
a fucked up rumor
that's
to
a
fucking start.
fucked up
Yeah.
rumor. Yo, dude, Kim, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I love you, sister. Like,
Well, man, you know what?
that shit was fucked
Do you
up.
remember the girl I dated for a week in high school that was known for sucking dicks and I didn't know?
Yeah. But that was high school.
Yes, this was high school. I mean, so she was sucking dicks.
So here's the thing, right?
Please, tell me.
There was 3 girls for sure that was sucking everybody's dick in school. Like, for sure.
Yeah.
Is that how?
This one, though, I'm not sure.
Because I had never heard that either.
I heard it, but I've known her since, like, we were little kids, right? And she was definitely a little boy crazy.
Okay.
But I never had any type of proof of that. These other girls, like, they told me out of their own mouths. Didn't give me any mouth, though, assholes. But I knew they were doing it. But her, I never knew for sure.
So there's a girl in high school. She was a senior. I was a junior. We dated for a week. We liked each other, whatever. Holding hands and shit. And then it wasn't until we kissed right before going to separate classes. Somebody was like, let's call her Maria. Somebody was like, you just kissed Maria on the lips? Oh my, you son Maria, someone's like, yo, you better wash your mouth out with soap. Or like someone said the dumbest joke. They were like, smell his lips.
Yeah.
Like her lips smell like the act of dick sucking, which makes no sense.
And y'all know what dick smell like? You gonna get close enough to my lips to smell my lips to tell me if they smell like dick?
So stupid. But you know, apparently she had this reputation, right? But here's what's fucked up is she ended up dumping me. And I think it was because she knew I was a virgin.
Oh.
Because we were talking about doing stuff and I was like, well, actually, you know, I'm actually a virgin, so I mean, you probably helped me in that department. She was like, oh, okay. And in that week, she fucking wrote me a letter saying, you know what, I talked to my grandma, and since I'll be graduating soon, it's not fair for us to be in this relationship. I don't want to hurt you. And I was like, man, she's just mad I was a virgin.
She said, I need some penis with a history.
Yeah, I was like, man, I knew I smelt it on your lips.
On my lips after I kissed you.
On our lips.
That's hilarious.
Ricky, what do you think your reputation was in high school?
I don't think I had one.
Oh.
I was just kind of there, right? To my friends, I was the funny dude
Rick was the funny dude that could dance.
that could dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to the school as a whole, I never wanted to stand out or be known. I was cool in my circle. So yeah, I highly doubt people that didn't talk to me knew who the fuck I was in high school.
And what was your reputation?
I'm gonna ask you the same thing, but I don't know. Chaos. Chaotic.
Chaos
She's
and bloodshed?
she's like
Yeah, chaotic.
$10 bowls. Thank you.
Honestly, For what? Elementary school? $250 Boze, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Head was fired like that in elementary school.
Yo, I don't even want to touch this.
We not.
Fuck, that's hilarious. For the record, she said.
Yeah, she said it. I was talking about a
I didn't say
hypothetical,
anything.
not
I
a
didn't
good
say anything.
situation, right?
Dude, now that I think of it, I switched schools so often, and like I was I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I don't know what people think of me now. I have no idea.
That's funny.
What do you think yours was?
Who, me? In high school?
Yeah.
I was prom king, so people loved me.
Okay.
I was here's
Were you really?
Yeah. I was class clown, and like I was definitely like I was popular, you know what I'm saying? And I was known as like, Tim's like a flirt, and I also was the dude to go to if you needed bootleg CDs. I was bootlegging CDs, and I was cuz I also had was one of the few dudes who was using my computer to its like potential, you know what I'm saying? So I was the one bootlegging CDs like crazy. I used to paint people's Air Forces custom colors if they needed it. I was just, I was cool with everybody. I was the prom king, and I was also
But
one of the.
just to be clear, I graduated a year before him. All the cool people left in my year, so he was the coolest of the night.
Well, that's not completely false. I mean, granted, I was still popular with Rick's class. All of my good friends were Rick's class, and so when
but
they
we were also not cool. So that needs to be stressed.
Okay.
That's fair. But when they graduated, so my clique of homies was Rick's class. And then when they all graduated, I was just everywhere, which is probably another reason why I was like, just cool with everybody, prom king, because I didn't have close homies my senior year. So I was going around everywhere, fucking selling CDs, just being nice with everyone. And I was also, I was was one of the only Asian dudes in my class, so that also helped me kind of stick out, so.
I was just really goth, I think. That's pretty much it.
I see that.
Yeah.
Believable.
Gee, did we slowly still grow up to be basically the same people?
I mean,
I'm a lot cooler now than I was in high school.
I feel like I would hope I'm a little bit cooler because I was not cool.
And I'll tell you this, I like attention less now as a grown-ass person.
Okay.
I do not like to, as opposed to before in high school where I was like, where I was like, give me the attention. I'm trying to make everybody at the party laugh right now. Now I'm more like, I'll go to the party, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, but that's, it's interesting how, back to childhood, that helps create like part of your career. The ability to get attention, which is something that you're very, very good at. That's everything we do as content creators.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get attention to your thumbnail. You got to get attention with your titles. You got to get attention with every beat and everything you're doing. So you've been preparing your whole life for this shit.
Yeah.
It's like I learned, I do a lot of talking, a lot of commentary, a lot of podcasting.
Yeah.
I grew up in church. So, like, if you ever been to a black church before, they just be up there talking for hours about
that
basically
church is
nothing.
so long.
It's so long. So, yeah, I could talk for 4 hours about nothing.
I was going to ask you if, part of your mom's super strictness is from the religious aspect of it.
Yes.
Because as Rick was saying earlier, right, we were good kids because our parents weren't super strict. And I remember some of the craziest kids I met in high school were for 1 year when I went to a Catholic school, and these were as soon as it was the weekend and when we be at house parties, I'm like, wow, these kids, all they are looking for is the drugs and the sex.
Yo, did you have the Catholic kids too? And the Catholic kids were wild.
Yeah,
the private schoolers.
I was almost a Catholic kid. So on my dad's side of the family, they're Catholic, and everybody, all the boys, they went to all boy high school, Catholic all boy high school. The girls, there was only my sister, but she went to an all girls high school, and I was supposed to go to that same all boys high school, but my parents split, and then my mom was like, nah. I was like, thank you.
Man,
yes.
Catholic high school was the first time that there was a girl. I remember being 14, 15, a girl that I didn't really know like that was being openly throwing sexual things at me, and I did not know what to do. Yeah. I remember specifically one time in class, she went out of her way to tell me she was hanging out with, I don't know, Jeremy last night at the movies, and she's like, Jeremy sucked my boob, and she said it out loud, and I was like,
and suck a titty in the theater?
yeah, and
Jesus.
I remember being like this. I was like, okay, why are you telling me?
Was he watching the fucking movie?
No, what?
you dweeb.
You were slowly registering that was funny. It was really
Yeah, exactly.
funny.
Because at first I was like, duh, Boze.
Yeah, you're making a joke.
You're making a joke right now. Yeah, and I just remember being like, what? Oh my God, why are you even telling me that? And then like she would do shit where she took a pen and a pen cap and was like putting it inside, and I'd just be like, oh my God, you're crazy.
I didn't know anybody like this. And this is what, have y'all ever had anyone offer you heroin before?
What the fuck?
This is serious.
No.
No?
Absolutely
Good.
not.
You?
No,
Thank
never.
God. Okay, my friend works at the ICU in Virginia, and she tells me about how everyday overdoses, like kids in their 20s that are dying, kids that are 19 that are dying from heroin overdoses.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh my God, who the fuck has heroin?
Right.
Like, I don't even know where to get it.
No,
Yeah.
And I was telling
it's
her,
on the comeback right now.
Heroin is on the comeback?
Heroin is on the
I was
comeback.
like, who the fuck? I wouldn't even know where to go or where to ask. And I'm talking to her. And I'm like, Brenda, who the fuck is getting all this heroin? And she's like, it's everywhere, dude. And I was like, no one's ever offered me heroin. And she was like, yeah, because you would tell. And I was like, that doesn't fucking matter, Brenda. Like, I just want to know why no one's at least like tried to like maybe make a sale. I have money. I have time.
Damn, nah, if anything, people ask me where the weed at and maybe where some cocaine is at, but no one's ever offered me heroin. I don't think I look like a heroin user.
Yo, did you guys hear about earlier this month the comedians that like the 3 comedians that like just did coke and they died?
Nah.
It was
nah.
laced with fentanyl, and
Fentanyl,
all
yeah.
3 of them died. And I can't fucking believe it. I was looking at this because Mac Miller had cocaine that was laced with fentanyl.
Yeah.
So did I don't know if Peep did, but maybe. But like when you
Oh, I did hear about the comedians actually.
Yeah.
when you look at the fucking articles, it says that they overdosed, and I'm like, no, they
No,
didn't.
They were
had
fucking drugged.
they were
Right.
drugged, and
Yeah.
like that's so scary to me because I'm like, bro, how are y'all gonna label this as an overdose?
Because technically it is, but it takes a very small amount of fentanyl to be over the dosage. So technically it's an overdose, but yeah, they didn't
It's
say,
not they were
yo,
binging
let's
on the
snort
shit.
some fentanyl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, and they were just 3 people hanging out on a Friday night, and then one of them survived, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm never doing drugs.
That was always the scariest thing about drugs for me is just like, the fact that you don't really know where it's coming from.
Yeah. And the fentanyl, man, they're, from what I hear, they're putting in a little bit of everything. It's not just coke, you know what I'm saying? The pressed pills and
crazy.
shit like that. And
That
it's
shit
like,
is
yo, like
expensive,
people,
too.
people are fucking dying. And I haven't been able to figure out why they would even do that. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that if
Does
you
it
put
add
the
something?
right amount,
Right.
it might be more addictive, give a better high, people come back or some shit like that. But they're definitely putting too much because a lot of people, like before those, for almost a year now, people have been dying from that shit accidentally.
I can't.
I'll
Michael
stick to
Jackson
being-
died from fentanyl.
Really?
I think
Oh.
Prince died from fentanyl.
Yeah.
But they weren't even doing drugs. Like, it was administered to them.
Yeesh. Yeah, I'll stick to being a sex addict. No drugs for me,
And I'll
bro.
stick to a food addict. 'Cause if they start putting fentanyl in McDonald's, oh, nigga, I'm going to be so pissed and dead.
If they start
I'm
putting-
going to be dead.
If they start putting fentanyl in hand jobs, man,
Oh,
I'm
man.
a goner.
You a hand job guy?
You know what? I enjoy
Hand jobs are awesome.
Rick has a whole Rick loves them way more than I do.
Hand jobs are fucking awesome if done right.
Yo, what are
If
y'all
you can
fucking around with some
find
balloon artists?
I think they wouldn't be good at it. There's a lot of twisting, though.
It's smooth though. It's smooth.
No, that would not be well. But yeah, hand jobs
I'm
are dope.
sorry.
Y'all seen the episode?
I'm just picturing y'all walking by a Target and seeing somebody just folding up some balloons, and y'all just being like,
Oh, hold on, babe.
Or seeing somebody, man, what would even be the equivalent? Seeing somebody wipe down a pole or something. Like, man.
Clean cucumbers.
Yeah, clean those cucumbers, girl. Wipe them groceries down.
that's so funny.
How about you, Boze? You like anything weird sexually that might make people raise an eyebrow? Like you raise an eyebrow at our hand job, like?
I do, I guess. I'm really weird. I have been trying so hard to like get out there and date. I can't have casual sex. Like I just can't. I don't even know how. Like I wouldn't know how to. Like I mean, I can do
It's
stuff.
the same
with,
way you have uncasual sex. Sex.
I'm very, very demisexual. Are either of you guys demisexual?
What does that
I don't
mean?
know what that means.
I have to like somebody in order to want to hook up with them. So like for me, I don't
that have
care
to do
that
with
much
it?
about the physical sensations of sex. I care more about the intimacy and the connection. So if I don't like them, it's not really fun for me. So it's like I need to have that connection, and then the feelings feel good. You know.
That is a weird thing to like sexually.
Yeah, but now from there, no, that's not the weird thing that I like. I like doming men.
You like who?
Oh.
You like dominating
You
men.
would.
Not like
So
not
you're
like,
Demi-Dommy.
not fully dommy, but like okay, so oh my god, one of my favorite things ever. Hold on, let me just show you the position.
Yeah.
I love.
Wait, let's make sure the cameras are on this. Okay.
I like to just put a man right here.
Oh, and have him like
just lean into me.
oh like legs around you?
Like a
Just legs spread out, but like I'm just like yo.
like a child.
Like a child. I
Like-
mean, I guess if that's how you feel, but it's more about just feeling supported.
Get back down, because I'm not grasping it.
You're
I'm
gonna,
not
Draw
gonna.
it.
I
you're not
would.
gonna do
Yeah,
it. Do you
no.
want to do it?
Can you
can't.
Google?
You want to do it?
I
Oh yeah,
can't.
Chance.
Can you Google a picture of it?
No, I'm just.
not a thing?
It's not that
Okay,
serious. It's
he's
just like
facing you?
Sit in my. No, not facing me. Back to
Oh.
Back to me.
Like you guys are riding the Matterhorn.
me. Yeah, pretty much. Or like, or I'm a big proponent of head in my lap. I'll pet your head all
Oh, well,
day.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's normal.
So you're
That
saying
one.
sexual position? You guys are on a bobsled.
So you're
and-
pegging.
That's not a sexual position. That's a connecting position.
Oh, I thought this
You-
was a sexual
you don't
position.
say-
Think about sex. I
he
don't know.
he asked a weird sex thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
And then you said you like to
Weird
dominate
position,
men, and then
yeah.
you said my favorite position. That sounds sexual.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, I like connecting with people. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like. See, that's why I said it's weird. I don't.
No, that's not weird at all.
That's not
Then.
what-
I mean, if we fuck later, fine, whatever.
Yeah,
but
no,
like,
that's
no.
the opposite of weird.
Yeah, that's great. That's intimate. Fucking in that position. would
That'd
be
be very
like you just fucking like okay, can you get it in? Like,
yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I'm so boring in that sense. But like, I don't know. Like, I'm working on it, and hopefully in a couple years, like, I'll break through, and I'll be like, I'm fucking sucking every dick in LA. Like, I don't know. But
Don't
I'm
do
just,
that.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm working on it though. So I was dating for 4 years. I moved out here to LA about 5 years ago. I got into a relationship within 5 or 6 months, and then we dated for 4 years, and we just broke up in February. So I've been this is like my first time being single
This your first
in
time
LA.
single in LA?
Yeah. I kind of tried to do the Tinder thing for a while, and it was just it's bad. It's just bad out there.
You got to because you're kind of famous, so you got to get on like Raya.
I don't know how. I don't know how to do this, Tim.
Well-
I'm like, some people are boy crazy. I'm boy stupid, or like
Oh, you're a dummy. You're a
I'm
dimmy dummy.
I'm a dimmadome dummy. I'm a dimmy.
So Raya, I heard about it. Of course, I've never been on it because I've been with a person for like 10 years. But Raya is the celebrity like Tinder, and you have to apply to be on it. And then I guess there's like a team of people who look at your following. See
I've been pending for 5 years.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then I can't change anything because it's tied to my phone number. So I gotta get a burner phone to get on it and then get invited.
Why are you pending?
I don't know. I'm not cool enough.
What the fuck? I know
I'm
some
not-
ugly ass dudes on Raya. What the hell?
Bro,
Well,
I don't know.
You said for how many years?
5 years. I've been
She
pending.
had just got here. She wasn't cool enough yet.
Oh yeah, you applied as soon as you got here.
But I mean, like, I still had like a fuckload of followers. I probably had like 70 or 80,000
But you
followers.
wasn't in LA. Yeah.
I was in this bitch, Ricky.
So you got to LA, applied to Raya immediately, and then got in a relationship.
Yeah,
No,
it didn't
bro,
work out. So
I-
she was like, "Fine,
I
I'll
was
just date
here
a
for a
regular
couple
guy."
months. I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know how to date. And then also, like, okay, I went to this guy. I went to this guy's house recently. He was super, super hot, very, very attractive. And like, he probably hates this. I stayed the night at his house because there were no Ubers available, but we slept head to toe in the bed.
You made him do that?
I mean, I didn't want to.
So he was laying down, and then you just laid down the opposite way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, look, I feel
But
like
But how do I know? And then there was this other dude. I was at his house, and he was like, yo, I helped him set up furniture, and then at one I was like, all right, dude, I'm gonna leave. How am I supposed to know if he wants to have sex with me? How do I initiate that? Like, what do? I don't know. I have no idea.
If you're in his house, he wants to have sex with you. But yeah, I mean, you might have to do the initiating, especially now, because like,
well, yeah, I get that. But
men are waking up to not being dickheads.
Okay, well,
can you guys teach me?
Can you wait before? Can I just clear something up? He laid down head to toe. He head to toe.
He was laying, and then she got in the bed and put her head by his feet.
But your genitals are still lined up.
What do you want us to do? Just roll over, Tim?
Okay. For me, let's see. If I was single, and I don't.
I'm so excited.
And a girl was over. Here's what I feel like would be a hint to me.
Okay.
That you wanted to potentially do things. All right. The invitation to stay longer. Because if you were like, well, what are you doing? You want to have a drink or something?
Okay.
If you ask him,
I could do that.
Would you like to have a drink? Do you have anything to drink? That for me, even though someone drinking does not mean they want to have sex automatically, that would trigger in my head like, oh, she wants to sip a little something, get a little comfortable. Potentially, she wants to look at my penis.
Okay, so or if I was like, oh, have you seen this show? We should watch this show.
Watch a show, yeah.
And then if you
sit a little close,
get a little cuddly as you watch the show.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Here's one. This is kind of like if you really taking strides in this one though. Like,
okay.
Do you got anything comfortable? Like this shirt is like this bra's tight. Do you have like a t-shirt I can be comfortable
But wait,
in?
this seems very okay. Now I'm taking the advice, but don't get me wrong. This does feel a little high school to me. I feel like at my age at this point, I can't just like do like. Here's
the thing, guys don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys aren't gonna be like, man, this bitch is like, is she in high school? Why is she asking?
Should I just jump on his back?
I mean,
that's more childish than anything that we just said right there.
Or man, if we talking high school, you want to go straight up with it. Do you want to play Truth or Dare?
Oh my god!
Oh,
I knew it was
while you're drinking, play Truth or Dare. That's like, oh, she wants to have sex.
Yeah, the last time that I did hook up with somebody, I went for the bold move. We'd gone out to dinner, and I've known this person for like a really, really long time. We've known each other for like 10 years, and it's just like nothing ever happened. And we went out to dinner, and it was like nice. And I definitely have a move. If I know I'm interested in someone, the minute that like I see them and they look good, I'll tell them that they look good so that they know that I find them attractive from the beginning. Like that's kind of what I'll do, but that's the extent of it though. But then we had dinner, and then I wanted to keep hanging out, and I was like, oh, we should keep drinking. Let's go to your house. And he's like, okay. So then we go there, and we were talking for like 2 hours, and he made a joke about how like one time he thinks he saw my nipple, and like I flashed a nipple, like because we used to live together.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, what? I flashed a nipple. I was like, I never would have. What the fuck are you? And he's like, da whatever. And then he said, I was like, my nipples are small. You would have never seen it. And he was like, that's not what I remember. And I just showed him my titty.
Okay.
And I was like, how did you see my nipple? Like, how did you even? And then we hooked up.
Well,
so that's the most brash thing that I've ever done.
I mean, yeah.
But
that's cool.
I had to know somebody for a very long time in order for me to like be able to like do that.
Well, I'll tell you this, like, if it were me nowadays, even with the drink invitation, I feel like if I was a dude that had a girl over for drinks, even though I would take the drinks as, oh, okay, she might potentially hook up, I would still play it very carefully. Yeah. Even if we were drinking, having fun, I probably still wouldn't make a move nowadays.
I actually advise against leaving it up to the drinks.
Alcohol, right.
The show
should I just
was
do
better.
the titty?
Right.
I think if I pull the
titty will work, but it certain dudes, it could put different thoughts in their heads afterwards. Just kind of like, unless you're only trying to smash. If you're only trying to smash, then the titty works.
Because some dudes might be like, oh, she all of a sudden showing me titty. Who knows who else she's
or
fucking.
They just not take you as serious. That could be a thing. Yeah, they're just not going to take you as serious. Like, that's the girl I hook up with. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just trying to hook up, then the titty works.
Yeah, I don't want to date anybody right now.
Okay, the titty works.
Yeah, I'm in this period, but I'm also not fucking anyone. It's so sad. It's like really depressing. I've gone out probably, I would say like on 6 or 7 dates, like in the past couple of months, and I've hooked up with one person.
Why?
Because I don't know how.
Oh. And plus, you said you need to like be like mentally attracted to them first.
Yeah, so I try to like go on 2 or 3 dates and like I'm like, oh, maybe I'll like them after this, and then we're gonna have sex. But like I'm just not. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling here, guys.
Okay, do you talk to these guys the same way you're talking right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was on a date with you and you were talking the same way you're talking right now, I would think, okay, this girl wants to be my friend. We're just hanging out. Cool. Let me get any thought of sex out of my mind, right?
Oh.
Not saying you need to change the way you talk at all. We like girls who are friends.
Yeah, I want to be friends with people.
You just have to know when to turn that switch. So the watch a show offer is good. Sitting closer helps. He might try to do the slick pinky on the knee or some shit like that.
Pinky on the knee?
It's a thing. It's a thing. If you guys are close enough, his hand might fall into a position where he can get a couple of fingers
he did that
there.
shit. I grabbed that shit. I feel like I'm pretty aggressive.
Yeah, you don't have to grab it. Just put the knee closer to his hand. Lets him know, okay, I can do this. Little shit like that if you want to be subtle. His suggestion, the whole, do you have anything more comfy? That's a great.
That is.
I'm just chilling. But you know.
Yeah,
that's a great.
Yeah, because you got, because there's potential. Even if, and if you come out in just a t-shirt, then it's like, okay, she wants to fuck.
No.
Here's one.
Oh my god, this is so.
You have
fun.
anything that comes like, I don't know, like a tank top or something, so that side titty happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Wow. I feel like I'm feeling pretty confident at this point.
Okay, you're gonna take these tips.
I really am. I truly, truly am.
And it's crazy that time when you flashed your nipple last time you were on the podcast, and it was like that shit was crazy. Yeah, because your nipples are all like when you flashed your nipple, and we saw it because your nipples like and.
I definitely see. Here's the problem with it is that I don't think anything of it. Like if I were to like flash a nipple, I wouldn't think that it's sexual. I might be like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, you didn't flash your nipple.
Oh, I thought about it. Okay, because
the joke because the dude said that and then you pulled the titty out, so he was saying that.
One time for Smosh Summer Games, I think I remember I like flashed the camera. So when you said that, I wasn't sure.
But what you guys did do is talk about how pink your nipples are. Yes, that came up in conversation. Jess was saying that your nipples are like pinker than hers or something like that.
Yeah, that is my saving grace. Where like if people like Photoshop picture, they're like, "Oh, this looks like Boze naked," and I'm like, "Nah, my nipple color."
Bro, not gonna lie,
you did show the girls though.
Yeah,
we walked out.
You showed
we came out of the spa. We were at like a nude spa, and like I'm just there, and like I remember Gina being like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they all crowded around looking at my boobs, and they were like, "Why are your nipples so pink? Like what? Like what is this?" And I'm like, "Great, now everyone knows."
Now everyone knows.
I love my nipples. I don't care. But yeah,
I don't know why you would. Yeah, that's
bro. What you were talking about just earlier.
I didn't say nothing about it.
You love your nipples. I'm just kidding. But no, what you were saying earlier just really fucked me up. I think that I'm too friendly to the point that people don't think that I could be interested.
No. That's a good thing. Like. Guys like the girl that they can just have a conversation with, right?
Okay.
You just need to know when to hit the switch.
Turn it on. So like I'm your
everything we just said is like cool.
Okay. Yeah, like it's not a matter of turning down your friendship vibe. It's just turning up the flirty vibe. Yeah. Because when a girl is super cool, it's like, yo, she's dope. I like this. Yeah. But also it's like, okay, does she just want to hang out? You know what I'm saying? Does she just want to be cool?
But the ideal situation is a girl who's cool that will hang out and wants to smash.
Yeah.
But doesn't want a relationship.
Yeah, I think is that weird that I'm in that period now? I'm trying to do the sex thing, but
that's what men look for.
do not want to date right now. I don't want to date for a couple years. And I also feel like anytime you get into a relationship or you're just dating somebody for a while, it's a new experience for you. It pushes you deeper into yourself. I think relationships are all about growth. I have always learned the most about myself when I get very, very close with somebody. And so after being in a 4-year relationship, God bless him, I felt like there was no more growth. We weren't really growing together. I wasn't learning more about myself. I was, whatever. And so after we broke up, I've been trying and experimenting and doing so many things. And like, I don't want to date anybody right now because I don't want to grow into their life. I just want to like keep doing my thing, I mean,
hey, man, just let them know that from the jump. And I don't think anybody's going to have issues with that.
Yeah.
You think somebody will have sex with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Men like to have sex.
Leave in the comments below if you would have sex with Boze. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Boze. Thank you, Boze, for popping in on this episode. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in. This has been another episode of No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades. And
I'm Boze.
Bye.